Y'all, Stages is now sponsored by BetterHelp, and I couldn't be more excited because I love therapy. So I encourage you, if you've had a tough year and a half, why don't you give them a shot? You can find a therapist that you can connect with. Their resource is thousands of therapists, well-trained and experienced. You can keep looking until you find someone that you click with. They have customized online therapy. They do offer videos, but they also offer phone and live chat sessions. So you don't even have to be seen. You can only be heard. What are you waiting for? Go to BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/stages. And for our cast members, you get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/stages. Go, go, go. Go find your healing. Go find your happy. Stages podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. That's HELP. Hi, I'm Stephanie J. Block.
And I'm Mary Lee Fairbanks. Welcome to Stages Podcast,
where we're bringing creation and connection to center stage.
I almost put my one of my dumb Christmas sweaters on. But, just for a vibe, just for a mood.
You're a joy. You go with a theme. If we put a theme out there, you are going full bore. Here's what I know to be true about today's guest. She is a rare combination of light, talent, kindness, of freshness, and experience. She is joy-filled and welcoming, but she does speak hard truths when needed. She's family-focused, she's a mama, and continues to thrive in the entertainment business. She has found great success on Broadway, TV, voiceovers, and is one of the most sought-after concert artists because of all those qualities that I just listed. And when I first heard of Megan Hilty, it was in the early days of the Wicked scene, and she was described to me as a cupcake, a delicious cupcake, when they were describing her performance as Glinda, as well as her personality backstage. And it was true then, it's true now. She is so beautiful to look at. She's filled with genuine sweetness. She brings a smile to people's faces. And she's just a true dessert of a human being, people. But then I really got to know Megan, not just hear about her, but got to know her. And I found that she was very savvy beyond her years. And she was ambitious in the best of ways and inspiring and just full of great information. So again, like I said before, she's a rare, rare combination. And you probably just saw her, if you're a musical loving geek like me, on NBC live production of Annie with Harry Connick Jr. And she was wonderful and gorgeous and everything you want her to be. So happy, merry, everything. Listeners, please welcome Megan Hilty. Megan Hilty to stage, please. Miss Megan Hilty to the stage.
Oh my goodness. Why are you going to make me cry right at the beginning?
Because truth does that to people. Listen, it makes us cry.
You set the bar so high. Now I'm just going to disappoint for the rest of our time together.
You're going to fill those little elf slippers more than you know.
Megan, even the worst cupcake does not disappoint.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, is it sad that that's the part that I was going to cry? Like, I was like, one of the most delightful things ever given to humans.
Yeah, it might be my new goal. I want to be described as a cupcake. I really do.
I had a friend who used to call me a cannoli.
This is all of the same ilk, though, my friend. Are you seeing a pattern here? That is a true compliment, especially in these days. I wish there were more, of you walking
cupcakes and cannolis.
Around. Yeah, exactly. Truly. Because your smile is real and you do carry the spirit of, for those that celebrate
Christmas, we will be referring to that quite a bit. And those who celebrate other holidays, whether that is Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, the essence and the spirit of this sort of celebratory, joy-filled, love thy neighbor, time of year, it rings true in all of them. And that's what you carry with you. I mean,
oh, thanks, friend.
You're one of the few people I think that has a year-round Christmas tree.
I know. Isn't that obnoxious?
No.
Although we actually decorate it for whatever holiday is coming up. I keep joking that the only reason why I did that was so that for Mother's Day, Brian would just cover it with pictures of me, which he did and does. He does not disappoint.
Come on.
Yeah.
Did your love for each other when you guys were dating, was this a conversation about the love of the holidays? And did you kind of connect on that? Or did you convert him?
No. I feel like it was there for both of us to begin with, but I think the two of us together, it became like a dangerous combination because
there was no one to rein the other in.
No.
Right. And our wedding anniversary is on November 2nd. And the way that we celebrate is that we get out all of the Christmas decorations and everything gets decorated inside and out. So our decorations are up for a good 2 months of the 12-month year.
You make it worth it. Yeah.
And well, I mean, because, we're all out of town so much around the holidays for concerts and jobs and stuff like that. It's like, well, we want to enjoy it for as long as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you booked solid this holiday season?
This holiday season? No. Okay. No, I am not.
Is that because of COVID? They're just not making any promises about dates?
Yeah. And I mean, I think things are getting better. So like I'm optimistic that things might pop up, but you know what? If I'm not busy, that's okay too.
That is okay.
Like I'm real cool with staying home and making gingerbread houses.
But we have done the hall. We've done the 8 shows a week. We've done the 16 shows straight during the holidays.
Yes.
Did that ever affect your mood, or would you still be able to find the fun and the joy and the goodness in the season? Or were you so pooped that you're like, humbug?
No. I love working over holidays and birthdays and all of the things. I just like being around people. Yeah. And the holidays just give us a reason to like show love for each other. So I mean that it was ideal to go to a stage door,
right.
walk in a stage door, and see everybody and bring all the dumb treats and
What's the best Secret Santa gift you ever got?
The best one we ever gave was signed headshots of us. Said, I was the most proud of bringing those to.
Look what I got for
Secret
you.
Santa.
This glossy headshot.
Just saying, you were always my biggest fan.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Gosh, that is hysterical.
It's funny because I was the same way. I had all my Christmas gifts purchased by Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because I would have a massive Christmas party when my son was young. And, even though it's cold here, I would have, and my house is not big, I would have 130 people, all of his friends. I would have all of his friends bring their siblings, and then I would have a gift for every child.
Oh my gosh.
Every child had it. Yeah. Oh, and then Santa would come. And one of my happiest memories was I'm downstairs, the party's raging. It was just so much fun.
I love that it's
and
raging with just like 12-year-olds or 6-year-olds.
Oh, no, because all the parents come and all my friends come. Oh no, it's a party. And I would have this truck come and park in the driveway, all decorated with hot chocolate and, booze. Oh no, we went all out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I was tiptoeing up the stairs and these 3 little kids were looking out the window and one of them was like, guys, this is the real Santa. It's the real one. He comes here. They don't have one of those guys that fills in. He's the real one. And he comes every year because Mary Lee knows him. I was like, oh my God. It was like the biggest compliment I ever had.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that's
Oh
right.
my goodness.
Because when I was little, we had these huge family parties, and it was such a wonderful memory for me of those times and being surrounded by the excitement and the kids. And I wanted to recreate that for my son, who's an only. So
Yeah.
I would just have this insane party. But yeah, people used to mock me because Thanksgiving, I'm done. I'm already shopped and ready.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Yeah, because the same deal. Like when we were working so much between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I wanted to have everything done by the time we took off. And I wanted all the shipping done. I didn't want to be like
right.
stressed and sweating and spending a fortune on
It's that
shipping.
paying more for the shipping than actually what's inside the box.
I
Yep.
mean, yeah.
No, I do
What
that.
we started doing years ago is for our nieces and nephews, we would do like Christmas care packages. Instead of a Christmas present, we would do we'd give them the advent calendar, Christmas pajamas, like things to celebrate throughout the month, because they're going to get tons of presents on Christmas or Hanukkah, but to get them ready, like we thought that would be great for them to get at the beginning of the month and just use them.
throughout.
yeah, get in the spirit.
Yeah.
Was it like that when you were a kid? Was it a big deal in your house?
Oh yeah, my mom just always decorate. She still does. She decorates everything, and just piles and piles. We didn't get a lot of presents like throughout the year. It's not like my parenting where you get a present for saying thank you. I don't. But for Christmas, I just remember being lucky enough to have a big pile of presents for me and my sisters, and the stockings. Like, my mom specifically really went out of her way.
Okay, so best childhood Christmas gift you can remember?
A Barbie dream house.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was obsessed with Barbies, and once I found out that we went to the bookstore and I found out that there was a Barbie magazine, and because of that magazine, I found out that the Barbies were worth a lot of money if you didn't open them. So I started just collecting them and not opening them.
Give me an age. I need to know. How old were you just collecting and
oh my gosh, I must have been like 9 or 10.
This says so much to me.
Yeah.
Do you still have them? Because they're probably worth a fortune now.
My mother has them. She sent me some of them because she also started collecting dolls that like were associated with the characters that I would play. Like My Fair Lady, she went and got the Barbie. It's still in the box. It's over there on the shelf, So yeah, we have a doll collection, which I don't even think of myself as as a collector, I guess, but
this speaks to the savvy part that I was talking about, like well beyond her years, right? She sees something. She's like, Barbie house. Wait a second.
Don't play with this.
Save that, plan that, then this could reap the benefits later. That's how your beautiful brain works.
At 9.
Also, it stays so pretty in the box. Like, that's how it's just so... Everything's just where it's supposed to be, it's protected, and that's something about that spoke to me.
Mary Lee, favorite kid gift?
Oh my gosh. I think it was, I wanted to learn how to play the piano so badly, but we couldn't afford a piano. So they got me an organ. And I think I was just as happy piano. So I would sit at the organ and sort of pretend it was a piano. So I think that was one of my favorite.
Isn't
gifts.
the organ far more complicated than the piano?
Not really. I mean, it's just on 2 levels. It's just on 2 levels, but I just think we didn't have the room in the house, and we didn't have the money to buy a piano. So they got me this little organ, which I then passed down to a cousin of mine when she wanted to learn to play. But I think that was a big one for me.
What about you, Stephanie?
This will also explain a lot. I asked for a Kermit and Miss Piggy puppet.
Yeah.
And they stayed on my hands for months, guys, trying to brush my teeth with them.
This tracks.
And I do remember that Christmas, my sister and I slept by the mouth of the fireplace, the hearth of the fireplace, to make sure, that we could catch Santa giving the gifts. And literally I woke up and there was Kermit and Miss Piggy by my side. I was in sponge rollers, because we were going to do church and all. You can just imagine little 7-year-old Stephanie. And that to me was ultra magical, because how in the world
did you not wake up?
Did I not wake up? Was I not dirty? Did they sneak right by me? And never did I think it was creepy. Like I know, right?
Yeah.
It's not creepy. This
Yeah.
big man in big old black boots stomping around, but left a puppet by the sides of my head. That seemed okay to me back then.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
loved it, guys. Loved it.
How old are your kids, Megan?
My son is 4 and my daughter just turned 7.
So you got littles.
Yeah. Yeah. She's in 2nd grade and he's in
Wow.
preschool, and they're now at the same school. So like in, I guess, the first week of September, we went and dropped them off after a year and a half of everybody being on top of each other in our little home.
Yeah,
And yeah, you can hear it. It's quiet.
I know.
Do you miss New York? And
You know what? I miss being young and having money.
Oh,
New York.
yes.
And when I say money, I mean it just
Without
like,
the worry of knowing how to pay the next bill. But yes,
being gainfully employed
That's right.
and being young with zero responsibilities,
and kind of
meaning
New York
children.
encompasses that.
And I
Yeah.
always miss New York at Christmas time during the holidays. You know, I'm obsessed with the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular. That always has to happen. When we moved back out to Los Angeles, me and my husband agreed that every year during the holidays we have to go back to New York. Like that's just the part of the deal of living here.
and what brought you out there? What made you leave and go to California?
The knowledge that we were going to have a second child, and knowing how difficult it was just to have one. And we also had dogs in Manhattan, so we had like a lot of littles. You
was
know,
challenging.
And in New York, you know, you have to be out in the elements all the time, walking the dogs, getting the children anywhere, just out of the house. And we just found that New York just
Made it more challenging.
it just made everything a little more challenging. By nature, it makes everything more challenging, which is great. But
When you're young and you have the energy and
gainfully employed,
and it's just you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we came back out here. We'd already lived here briefly before when we were first married, and it just kind of made sense to come out here.
You are dominating the voiceover world.
I don't know if dominating is the word, but I'm working, which is like, so I want to say like 14 years ago, it was really important to me to start chipping away and getting into this career, you know, because it's very different from stage work, film work. It's just a whole different world. And so I have a very specific agent who I've been with this entire time, and we've just been chipping away, and it's always been a really big priority. And what's crazy is that like all of these shows that I'm currently on, I've been working on for years, even though a lot of them just started like airing.
So, Megs, tell me, what is the time frame when you start voicing an animated project? You get in the studio, you do all that, until the time we as an audience see it, you know, either streaming or on the big screen?
Yeah, it's crazy, specifically with Netflix. I have a show that just came out a couple months ago now, called CENTAURWORLD. And with Netflix, they release them in big bundles of episodes. And we recorded 20 of them.
Wow.
And we didn't know how they were going to release them or when. And we started maybe 2 or 3 years ago to animate these shows. Each needs like a year.
Oh my gosh.
So when you're doing them in big clumps like that, it takes even longer because they all need to be ready to go instead of like episode by episode, you know, for like Disney or Nickelodeon or something like that, where, you know, every week we go in and we record. And for CENTAURWORLD, it was the same way. And real old school with CENTAURWORLD, because the core cast actually went into the studio togetof and recorded together, which it doesn't happen a lot anymore. Well, now I would die for another one of those sessions, because I don't know when that'll be
When you watch it, do you find that there is a difference? You can feel a different chemistry and pacing and energy when you watch like Centaur World and say, oh yeah, I can hear all of us in the same room and reacting to each other's readings, as opposed to laying down all your lines by yourself in a sound booth?
I don't know. All I
Okay.
have is like my sense memory of doing it, and I just enjoy it so much
Uh-huh.
that like I don't know that I can really separate myself that much to really notice a difference. Goodness, I hope there isn't like too much of
Well,
a
that's true too,
difference.
right? You don't want the product
But
to seem different.
but just like watching them. And what's really interesting is, anytime I do something on camera, it's really difficult for me to watch myself or to sit there, and it's just I pick apart so many things. But with animation, I can like just sit there and enjoy it. There's none of those dreaded like, oh, my hair or my skin or what's my face doing or blah, blah, blah. It's just, I get to be a creative person and not worry about all the physical stuff.
But I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're even cast in a lot of these voiceover sessions or parts as the lighthearted, the bright-sided, the happy, buoyant
And
voice.
Southern.
Cupcake.
I play a lot of Southern. Yeah. I play a lot of cupcakes and cannolis.
Yeah.
A lot of
They can feel-
cupcakes.
Right. So without even the visual, like what is percolating inside of you is then translated through your voice and then onto the screen. So that's again kind of an amazing calling card and compliment at the same time.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to take that as a compliment and say thank you.
I'm glad. Do you have you been recognized where you'll just be walking around, not because of your face or who you are in Smash or otherwise, but has somebody just been like, why do I know your voice?
No, I don't. I had one instance. It was she knew that I was like in the industry, but and because I had a mask on, she was like, your voice is so familiar, and I was like, yeah, I get that a lot. I sound like a lot of people's sisters. One of the highlights of the last couple years was when I was reading to my daughter's class on Zoom, and one of the kids was like, I love Holly Darlin so much.
From TROLLSTOPIA.
From TROLLSTOPIA, yeah. And
Oh,
I was like, I feel like a rock star.
With Smash, that's a different body of fan. That
Oh, yeah.
is, they're fervent, they're
Mhm.
loyal.
Mm-hmm.
They will take you down
Oh,
if you
and
say
they're
anything
amazing.
anti-Smash.
They're an amazing force of
They're
people,
waiting for the
the
sequel to
Smash
come
fans,
back,
yes.
or the prequel, or the movie. Like they need an extension of that show.
Guys,
and
we've been off the air for about eight years, maybe
That's
more.
shocking to me.
And
That's shocking.
like the daily questions about
When is it coming
what's
back?
happening next is like, guys, we've been gone. I know you can like stream it and all that jazz, but we've been gone. Like,
Well, why did they end it if it was such a huge hit? I mean, I thought it was a really fun show. So much fun.
There's a myriad of things, and honestly, like to understand what the requirements of a network,
Weekly musical
TV
show.
Yeah. I do know we were very expensive. To create that like caliber of like musical performances and stuff like that, and the locations and the cast. I mean, like it was a very expensive show, and to be on network television that isn't like an HBO, like our numbers needed to be like every single person in America watching it live, like not
Right.
even DVRing it. This was
Right.
right before like the binging, the thing happened in streaming for sure. And it's funny because Girls was the big hit at that time, and their numbers were a fraction of ours, but because they were on HBO, like they have a different standard, and they're able to
Right.
operate on a different level.
Right.
But that is not acceptable for NBC, an hour-long drama.
Yeah, the standards are just different.
So this is all my speculation. Again, this is way above my pay grade to
Experience,
understand.
lady.
but-
You're speaking from experience. And that was a Bob Greenblatt production, yes?
Oh, yes.
He was our lead producer on 9 to 5, the musical. I believe at that time, was he, I might get the title wrong, the president of Showtime? Was that right?
Yeah, he was, I think president is correct. He was the head. He was
Okay,
like,
let's
he
say
was the
that.
main guy at Showtime.
And then he moved to Universal NBC.
Yeah, and Smash was actually Spielberg's idea. And he brought it to Bob while he was at Showtime. And when Bob moved to NBC, he took the project with him.
So Spielberg is a true musical theater fan.
Oh,
I mean, with
yeah.
Smash and now West Side Story, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that
From what I understand, his initial I believe he's been very open about this. The initial pitch for Smash was, like basically like every week they're working on a new musical, and then that musical like is on Broadway or something like that. Like that's not quite feasible, but we could do this,
Right.
But he's a huge theater fan, musical theater in particular.
Thank goodness. That was another great Christmas gift for me, is when E.T. was out and the stuffed animals came out. And that was,
yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
That's a good
Steven
stuffed animal.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Thank you for E.T. But yeah, you can't mount a whole musical in 1 week, especially when you have to learn it and film it and record it. And you're
my
talking
gosh.
loco, Mr. Spielberg.
Again, I could be getting the time frame wrong. He might just be like at the end of each season. That actually might be what he was going for. But even then, I mean, that's
still
That's
shoot
a
for the
lot.
stars. Yeah.
you got a lot of work that goes into these shows.
Was that
but-
one of your greatest career highs? Like doing numbers? Did it feel like what you would envision old MGM or Century 21? 20th, not Century 21. That you're selling a house or buying a really great dress off the rack. 20th
It's just
century.
like Century 21. It's closed now. Yeah.
Did you feel like an old Hollywood movie musical star doing that?
It was a dream. Like it was a dream doing specifically those musical numbers on camera, because I mean, say what you will about the drama that's reported, above us. We had the greatest time on set. Like the actors and actresses that I worked with, the crew was amazing. I mean, like we just had the time of our lives, like filming that stuff. That I remember specifically, Let's Be Bad. We spent a whole day doing it because it was epic. There were so many moving parts to it. And we just did it over and over and over and over. And I remember all of us legitimately going like excited to do it again. Like
so fun.
Just could have done it. Yeah. Forever. It was.
How did that role come to you?
Well, it was during pilot season, and I was out here in Los Angeles, and the script came up, and it was like, this is kind of too good to be true, And I noticed that that Ivy was a triple threat, and I was like, oh, I foresee a giant, disastrous dance call that I don't want any part of. And I ended up just putting myself on tape with the casting director out here. And luckily, I had spent some time developing this little one-woman show called Megan Hilty Sings the Blondes. And it was all songs written or made famous by blonde people. And so I had this Marilyn Monroe, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes medley. So I just took some of that and put it in there, and they had me do the sing to the camera happy birthday Mr. President.
That must have been really fun.
Well, and now you put it out there.
Horrifying.
So,
I know. Always
action.
Disappointing. It's not good.
Oh, I know.
It'll disappoint you. It just whatever you think it is, live there.
So I know that you already have one holiday album out there, but I'm wondering if, because Christmas is so special to you, if you will record another one.
I'd love to do one, but they're just so expensive, and I don't know if it makes sense and there was a giant pile of money somewhere to do it with. It doesn't even have to be that big, but we sure had a lot of fun making the one that we have, though. My
You got to be
band
crazy proud of it because it's so great.
and we did it live. We
Is that
went
the
to this.
Carlisle?
No,
No.
it was at the Carriage House, which is this this really like, it's kind of famous, like, especially for their drum room, especially like, apparently a lot of really famous drummers go and like record their tracks there because there's something about the acoustics with all this like old reclaimed wood, you know, around it's really cool. It's basically, I mean, Carriage House is not like a super clever name. It's an actual like old barn that they made into a recording studio. And there's an apartment up above so you can like hang out and, you know, stay multiple nights or weeks or whatever. And, but me and my band, we're all so tight knit that like we
Well,
all
you're married
kind
to
of,
one of them.
oh yeah, my husband is, Brian
as tight as
Gallagher
you can
is,
get.
yes, I'm particularly fond of, and he plays guitar and then everybody else is like our best friends. And
Right.
so, we all recorded together, which was so fun because everything else, you know, you record, everybody's in isolation, you know, but for this, we all got to do it together. It was important to me that we did that for the Christmas album because the holidays in general, for me, it's so much about nostalgia. And so feeling like you're at home. And so I wanted it to I always want things like our shows to feel like you're in our living room and I just happen to be wearing a sparkly dress. So that was really important that we were all actually together, this group of people that genuinely loves and adores each other, doing these arrangements that, you know, essentially everybody had a piece in contributing to. Yeah, I look back on that so fondly. If I could recreate that, yeah, I would do that in a
Do
heartbeat.
you have a favorite track?
I mean, we titled it Merry Little Christmas because, you know, that it just seemed to, I think that's my favorite. I'm looking at Brian Gallagher for validation. Yeah. We did a cover of River too.
Oh, did you say
River? Yeah.
River,
And
that's right. Oh, the
yeah.
warmth. There's
that-
beautiful warmth on that track. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
thanks. I was really proud of, yeah, maybe that's my favorite. Let's go with that. That's my
I'm
favorite.
going to go with that too. I concur. So
Final
Brian may
answer.
feel one way, but your sister wife friend is like, yes, River's pretty special.
Yeah. River. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here. It stays pretty green. Gonna make a lot of money and then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Wish I had a river I could skate away on.
Absolutely gorgeous. What a great rendition. I'm going to download it as soon as we hang up.
You are on TikTok now. That's a kind of a new recent thing. Yes.
Yes.
What's the time investment on something like that?
Yeah,
Like,
TikTok feels like a full-time job.
It does. It does. Now we're much older than you, right? So we do feel like the old ladies are like,
That's not-
this
first of all, that's
new
not true.
social platform is hard and lots of work.
Yes. So I have hired people to help me with it. Yeah. Here's the thing. I have a real love-hate relationship with social media. Emphasis on the hate.
Yeah.
For my personality, I cannot look at it.
Yeah. It's a minefield.
Because any of the comments, any of the posts that even my friends make, it ends up making me feel bad. It feels as if the whole thing is designed to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that I have acknowledged that my personality type and my headspace is not okay with being on social media. That being said, it is essential for
Business.
for business. It just is. And so I knew that I needed to be on it and that I needed help. And so I have amazing help with it. And at the beginning of every month, we get together and we curate. You know, they have excellent ideas on what to do. And I kind of tell them how I would do it.
Right.
You know, so it's not totally like, you know, I'm not just going to do things that don't make sense for.
Right. They're not shaping you into someone that you're not.
Yeah.
Right. It feels,
Yeah.
see, I wouldn't have known. So they're doing their job well because it feels very authentic and very you. So you're doing it to protect yourself. And I mean, for somebody to know themselves that well, to say, I have the constitution to put up with this much, but this I cannot do, or else, you know, it just not debilitates, because we're all stronger than that, but it affects me in a way that isn't positive.
Yeah.
Doesn't serve you. So you release it. Are there other parts of your life where you're like, I can't do that, so I'm going to protect myself in this way, and that's the way it's going to happen for my life?
Oh, I feel like that's just, as I've gotten older, that's just become clearer and clearer. The things that are not good for me and my emotional / mental well-being, as I get older, I realize that there's just no time for the nonsense, and I cannot invest any of my time or energy in things that are not putting out positive things in the world and affecting me and my family in a positive way. So, so I think just naturally, like, a lot of things have been filtered out throughout the years.
Where will you stand with your kids on telephones and social media and all that stuff? That's tough.
It's really tough. As with everything with my kids, we will talk extensively about it. It will be an ongoing conversation that we navigate, just like everything else. We talk about everything. And that I'm going to be very, very honest with them about too, that it's, in my opinion, it's not real. Everything is a curated version of what people want you to see of their lives.
Edited and
it is not yours.
timed.
Once you put something online, no matter what it is, you do not own it anymore.
Facebook owns it, or Google owns it.
Yes.
Or yeah.
Well, it's interesting because the kids actually aren't they're never on Facebook. And they're really drifting away from Instagram. They do their Snapchat because it's private and it's just between them and their friends. We were worried about, because my son's 16 now. We gave him a phone when he was, I think, 12 or 13. But it was mostly because, like, if he's at school or here or there, I wanted him to be able to reach. And if he wanted to go on any kind of social media, I had to be on it. And I would always check his stuff and check all his friends and all of that stuff. But I find they don't even use it. They don't even care about it. They just do Snapchat.
Yeah. Snapchat, though, is frightening to me because it disappears.
But
Seconds.
it also doesn't, because you can always take a screenshot of somebody's Snapchat.
Oh, golly, that's true.
Nothing disappears.
Right.
Nothing disappears.
That's
and it's
true,
the
too.
same thing that my mom always said to me when I was growing up. You know, if you're not comfortable with whatever you're doing being plastered on the front page of the New York Times,
Don't do it.
and it's even more true now because these images don't go away, even with the Snapchats.
And
It's a
can
false
be
sense of
altered.
security thinking that it goes away because anybody can take a screenshot of it
course.
and post it anywhere. Nothing goes away.
So I want to go back to Christmas for 1 second. Do you do big family things with, like, all your siblings and everything? And if you do, how did that work out last year? What did you guys do?
We normally go to Seattle for my mom's for Thanksgiving every year. Like, that's always been the holiday that we're all together on. And Christmas, everybody kind of ends up kind of doing their own thing. But last year, we made it work. We had an outdoor Thanksgiving with a couple of friends that we kind of bubbled with, you know, and so that we were still around people and we were being safe. And we scheduled Zoom sessions, you know, to enjoy certain things throughout the day, to make us feel connected to the family and stuff.
I think if there's one thing that COVID has brought, it's that you've learned to really appreciate the moments with other people that you choose to be and spend your time with, and that you choose to share your moments and yourself with. And I think that's definitely something that COVID has brought. It's made those moments really special.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
And now it's time for the 5 questions. If you could go back to your teenage self, what advice would you give her?
I'd say, hey, take it easy. Take it easy on yourself. I was really, really excellent at self-sabotage and making myself feel like I wasn't worthy of any of the things that I was actually actively a part of. And it's still something that I battle, but like it's way less now than it was when I panicked all the time. I always had that. I suffered from that the imposter syndrome.
Yeah, the imposter syndrome.
Where I was always
Most
like,
talented people
at any moment,
Megan.
somebody's going to tap me on the shoulder and say, who let you in here?
So, Megan, if we were to walk into your closet, is there a piece of clothing or an item that holds so much memory to you that you will never, ever get rid of it?
There's a ring that my husband had made for me that has me and my kids' birthstones in it. And it's so precious that I don't want to lose it. It's one of those things that like, I want everybody to see it, but I don't want to lose it.
Okay. So you're kidnapped.
Yes.
And you have one phone call to make to your husband. And you have to say something without telling him you're in trouble. You have to signal that you need help. What is it that you'd say? That he knows you're in trouble.
He would know, this
Christmas
is not
is off this year. It's canceled. And he'd be like, no, something's really wrong.
That is great. Great. Bringing it back around. Okay. If you could have any other skill or talent, otherworldly, whatever it may be, what would that skill be?
I would want to be like a really, really awesome chef.
Ooh.
I love to cook. I'm not particularly great at it or anything, but I love to feed people and so I would really, really love to be excellent at it.
Fair. That's the first time somebody said that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Last question. If you were a nail polish color, what color would you be and what would it be called?
Guys, this is the toughest question because anybody who's ever gotten a mani-pedi knows that it is excruciating to commit to a color. to commit to one color that's going to go with everything and be fun and wonderful. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go with a burgundy. Because it's classic. It's it really can go with everything, and it's not just nude. Wine o'clock, or it's time for wine time.
Wine time.
Wine time. My vote is wine o'clock. That's
wine o'clock.
Amazing.
How about wine not?
Megan Hilty, you're a delight. Thank you for your time. We hope you have a beautiful holiday. And I just hope I get to see you, Brian, and the whole family soon enough where we're safe and can actually hug and
too,
be.
Friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on and spending the time. Will you send us a picture of your decorated house when everything's up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I can't wait to see it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like watching the Hallmark Channel. It's unbelievable.
It's just a lot.
Okay, I love you. Goodbye.
Bye, friends.
Coming up next, what struck a chord with us? Right after a word from our sponsor. Stages podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Our theme song says, love where you are now, but sometimes we all need a little help. I've learned from therapy and in my yoga practice that growth comes from challenges. A good therapist can help you reframe the way you look at a challenge and your life. And BetterHelp can provide you with a therapist that gives you some tools to navigate. They offer customized online therapy, either on video or phone chat sessions. It's more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can reach a therapist in under 48 hours. And right now, Stages cast members get 10% off their first month with BetterHelp, so don't wait. Remember, when you support our sponsors, you support Stages Podcast. So log on to BetterHelp, that's HELP.com/stages, and love where you are now.
I am so happy because it's Christmas, and we have the perfect guest for Christmas.
And here's what I love about Stephanie. She turns everything into a song. Yeah.
You pretend like you're bah humbug, but you drag up the 15 boxes of stuff, you put up the trees, you send out the card. So you can't fool me.
I don't send out the card. I have not sent out a card in probably 3 years. I don't know what happened. I just was like, one day I'm not doing cards anymore. Can't do it. But I do. I do. I'm thoughtful about gifts and stuff. I don't know. You know what it is with me? It's like takes my engine a long time to heat up now. That's what it is.
Oh, that's fair.
I used to just turn the Christmas engine on. There would be decorations in every room, every corner, every hallway, everywhere you looked, everything you touched had sparkles on it. Now you get a tree and a few other tasteful things scattered, but nothing big. Like I actually put 3 full boxes of ornaments back in my basement this year. I didn't.
You think the engine is just different because Santa doesn't come down the chimney anymore because Seb has grown. And so that sort of changes the whole Christmas environment and energy in your home.
I do. I think that's a big part of it. I think it's really fun when the kids are little because you're sort of living vicariously through them and everything's so amazing. And now it's just like, oh God, more stuff I got to clean. You know, that's sort of what it feels like.
But you don't have to worry about that until January. Right now, it really just feels like we're in the heart of it. But that goes back to Megan because, again, Megan's not just celebrating like for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. We got her Christmas card. It may not have even been December. It could have been November the 30th. And her card was the very first one. They usually do a adorable family photo shoot sometime, in September or October. And there's a handwritten note on the back of the card. So I think when you do have that engine and the preparation a month in advance, whether you're buying the gifts or getting your Christmas card ready, or it just fuels you in a way. I certainly know because the effort's real. You can't pretend you just wiggle your nose and all this stuff.
Right. Oh no, it's a lot of effort.
It's a lot. So I do say if I'm going to do it the way I love to do it and experience it day in and day out, it needs to be up for a good 6 weeks. You know, I don't have to hit the 2-month mark, but let me enjoy it for the effort that's put in.
What are you going to do? Are you going to see family? And
we are. It's been a while since Sebastian's family has come together, and his mom has a beautiful home, like a retreat in Sedona, Arizona.
Oh.
So we're all
Can I come?
Yes. Yeah. We're all going there. We've already made sure we wrote Santa the note that, we're not going to be here. We're going to be in Arizona. And hopefully he'll follow the brightest star that you.
And does Vives have cousins like around the same age? Oh, that's so lovely.
She's got one that's just a month older than her.
That's perfect.
Younger brother Alessandro has a really sweet daughter named Milena, and they're just 1 month apart.
That's
She's
perfect.
A dear friend and playmate when we're all together.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. We're going to go to Florida and get some sunshine and some sand in the toes. And we're meeting some friends down there. And my mom's going to come this year, which is really fun because she doesn't usually come. So this year she's coming and I'm really happy about that.
It's great.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be fun.
You're going to Sandy Claus.
Yeah.
Should I sing it?
No, but I am going to play your Christmas song that just came out.
Oh, thanks.
Wow, Steph, it's really so beautiful. And just so everyone knows, we can go to Apple or Spotify and you can purchase it there. And I'll put a link down below in the podcast description as well for Megan's song too.
Oh, thanks. A label actually picked it up, so it should be on the airwaves. So, if you're driving around town, we may, infiltrate your car, and I hope that you enjoy it. But it really is. It's one little piece of the album that's yet to come. Christmas future next year will bring the entire album.
I love it. I can't wait.
Thank
you.
Wait.
Merry, happy everything. When we connect with you again, it's going to be 2022. What the future is that year? That number actually freaks me out.
That's crazy. I have an idea though, for everybody listening. Let's do one random act of kindness, and then you can text us or drop us a note about what your random act was, and maybe we'll pick a couple and read them. I think Oprah used to do something like that, where she would give people $1,000 and a camera. I don't know if it was Oprah, it was somebody. All they had to do was spend the $1,000 on someone else and then film their reaction. And I was like, I would love to spend my Christmases doing that. Isn't that the greatest idea?
Well, I like that idea a lot.
Me too.
Okay. Have a beautiful holiday.
You too, Steph. You too, my friend. And to everybody out there, I hope you have a wonderful holiday filled with lots of laughs and joy and happiness and peace. And we will see you in a couple weeks.
So if this episode resonated with you, please follow, subscribe, and share.
You can always find us at stagespodcast.net. A big thank you goes out to our assistant and doer of all things technical, Saren Cho. Thank you to Noah Kaiserman and Garrett Healy for our beautiful original music, Melanie Von Trapp for our Stages Podcast logo, Brock Grenfeld, our sound engineer, and Allison Arns, our PR and social media expert.
And thank you, our cast members, for joining us today. We hope you come back next week.